Katie and welcome back to another video. Today's video is the official yarn room tour for my brand new yarn room. So if you guys haven't been seeing parts 1 through 3, I definitely recommend watching those first so that you get an idea of what this room looks like, and of course see all of it happening in chronological order. And then today is going to be the final tour. So yeah, I'm super excited to share it with you guys. Now, I am currently standing at the top of the stairs, and behind me is kind of the view you get when you first walk up the stairs. So I'm going to show you each spot around the room, but first I wanted to show you an overview of what the stairs look like, because we did paint the stairs and do a lot of work on the stairs, so I definitely wanted to show you guys that. And then I also wanted to show you a brief overview of this room. So now that you've seen the stairs, here's what it looks like when you first come up the stairs. So if I was walking up the stairs, I would be facing here. So I'm going to show you from here around in a circle to the left. So first thing, and kind of the focal point here, is this sewing desk that was my granny's, and it's super special to me and I'm so happy to have it in this room. When you open the drawers, they're actually hard to open because all of her stuff that she had in here is still in here. And yeah, I just love this thing. It is so cool to have up here. So this is what you see when you first walk up here. And then I also have a bin here that has a lot of my reusable bags in it. And then I have this little section organized to be yarns that my sister can use, because if you guys have seen me talk about it before, I did teach her to crochet, and I like to have a little spot that is yarns that she can use without having to ask me if it's okay for her to use them. So I have this as well as this bin that's on top organized for that reason. And then when you go to that other organizer, that is all of my packaging supplies for if I ship out orders to people. That is all of those supplies. And then shoved in between, we do have my pink bags that I am now going to be using for markets. And now this room doesn't have any closets or anything, so I kind of just have stuff in corners that aren't really as noticeable. So this corner over here to my right is kind of my cleaning corner. So I have a like knockoff Swiffer thing, and then a broom, and I have that little bin that has trash bags and Lysol wipes and things like that in it. And then my Cricut is also over here, which I just have stored over here for now. I will probably just leave it over here until I'm using it, and then bring it over to the desk and plug it in, and then bring it back when I'm done using it, just because it does take up a lot of space on the desk. So that is what is over here in this first part of the room, which this is like the least interesting part. Okay, the rest of it's gonna be a lot more interesting, I promise. So for reference, that's the corner I just showed you, so now I'm gonna be showing you along this wall. So if you guys remember the yarn room at the old house, I had all of these crochet squishmallows on top of the yarn wall, and they were in my filming background, but now they are back here on top of this ledge back here. And I really love them because I personally get to look at them as I'm sitting over on the other side of the room and crocheting. So I think it's really fun, and these are all my own pattern designs, so you can find on my Etsy and Ribbler, of course. But that is this little section, and then we do have some stuff on the wall that I'm going to tilt the camera up so you guys can see all of this as well. So here's this wall, which I have some decor stuff on. So this bulletin board, I do have plans to print out some pictures of some of my favorite crochet projects that I've ever made and put the pictures on here. I think it'd be really cool as like a thing to remember some past projects that I've done. And then we also have some things I've crocheted. So we have this YouTube button, of course, because YouTube is like my main thing. So I do actually have a free pattern available for this. And then I have this wall tapestry that I also crocheted in a video a long time ago, but I always have loved it, so it is up here as well. And then we have my sign that says I make cute things with yarn from Hobby Lobby. And the very top here, you can probably barely see it, but there is this little flower garland, which I'm not sure if it was made by me or my sister, but my sister and I did both make them when I was about 8 and she was about 10. Our grandma tried to teach us to crochet, but unfortunately was unsuccessful because at that age neither of us had the attention span to pay attention to actually try to learn and everything. But anyways, we both did pick it up later on in life, of course, and there was 2 of these at some point. I don't know where the other one went, but one of them was made by me and one of them was made by my sister, as my grandma was trying to teach us to crochet because it's just made of chains. Fun fact, I remember that for sure from like when I was 8 years old. But anyways, that is why all that's up there. And now I'm gonna shift to this part of the room, which for reference, this is where the stairs are. And if you haven't heard me talk about it in the previous videos, this is a 3rd floor converted attic space. So you'll notice the ceilings are not like flat ceilings because this used to be an attic space that was converted by the previous owners. And then we had this staircase built because it was just a small spiral staircase to get up here, and you couldn't even get yourself up barely, let alone furniture and stuff. So we had this built since we moved in, and we painted them ourselves and everything. But anyways, just for perspective on the room, this is the only entrance. But anyways, this side of the room I am just using as storage pretty much because, like I said, there's no closets up here. So this is just some of my seasonal plushies that I don't have out currently. So this polyfill box is just the fall plushies, and then this one underneath it is the Halloween plushies, and the one back there is the Christmas plushies. Now I do also have a little blanket just sitting here that I crocheted a long time ago, and this is for our cat Shadow because he really loves to come up here and just hang out because he is like a tree dweller and loves to be up as high as possible. So of course he likes the 3rd floor a lot. So I have accommodated him by leaving this little blanket here for him. Even though he's almost like 17 years old, I'm still leaving him a little baby blanket. Now moving on to this side of the stairs. This is another area that I've accommodated for Shadow because behind this box, this is actually just my sewing machine. We still have the original box that it came in, so when we were moving I just put it in the original box because of course it fit perfectly. And this box has been here. There actually was a different box here, but I added this box here because he really likes having a spot to hide. So I have another little blanket that I crocheted a long time ago back here for him to lay on, and then he still has a little hiding spot behind this box. So I think the box is going to stay here permanently because he likes it, so it's going to stay. But anyways, that is here. And then these drawers, I honestly haven't even looked at because I know they're disorganized. But mainly it's sewing stuff. Like this whole one here is fabrics. There's other crafting supplies too. Like I think this top drawer is mainly duct tape and stuff, as you can see. So it's all kinds of craft supplies. There's paint in one of them, like paint brushes. In here is some stuff I crocheted and just a lot of miscellaneous things that didn't have other homes. And then we do also have these smaller drawers here that have thread and buttons and things like that for sewing. And then we have a thing of glue sticks for the hot glue gun with the hot glue gun, and fabric glue over here just as kind of storage. And again, more miscellaneous things in these drawers that did not have homes in other places. And this big bag, as well as this bin and box, is all full of projects that I started and never finished and may or may not ever finish. I'm not sure. But that's kind of just my corner of wicks because yeah, I don't really want to frog them after working so hard on projects, but I also don't know if I'm ever going to finish them. So that's what that corner is. And then finally over here on this wall, we do have my knitting needles as well as long Tunisian crochet hooks, which I haven't knitted or done Tunisian crochet in a long time, but you know, I have it in case I ever get back into it. So that is this area of the room. And now we're going to transition this way, which is my desk area. So here is this desk area, which you can see I have my L-shaped desk here with my desk chair and everything. And the TV is here on a swivel, which is very nice because I can watch it from over there on the couch or over here. And yeah, I just love this setup. It is so fun. And I do also have this little area over here that I also use as kind of a desk. So I will move the camera so you can see it better. So this is also an area that I'm using as kind of a desk, like I said. So it is yarn storage on the bottom, but on the top it is like the same height as the desk and everything. So I have some crochet hooks and knitting needles here. I have my safety eye organizer, which I am obsessed with. It's been so convenient because these drawers just come out. So whenever I'm wanting to sit down and use 6mm eyes, I just grab the 6mm eyes and the 6mm backs and take them over with me wherever I'm crocheting, and then just bring them back once I'm done. So that part has been super nice. And of course I have them all organized with the labels on them. I also have a big polyfill box there because of course I use polyfill all the time. And yeah, in general that's what this area looks like. Now we do have these yarn shelves as well that are the taller ones that are behind my desk area, and I do have some decorations on them, like this sign that does light up and it says Katie's Yarn Room. I did buy this sign from Markets and it was a lot more of a pain in the butt than I thought because the letters can slide out pretty easily. So I've just retired it to be in the yarn room and say Katie's Yarn Room permanently. And then we also have some other decor things like this K over here, but I had it for a long time in my room and it just was never being seen. So I put it here instead. We also have this little decor thing that says, but first yarn, need more fiber, all kinds of cute little sayings from Hobby Lobby. We also have a yarn winder and a little yarn queen sign over here. So just some cute decorative stuff up at the top here. And right here on the edge of the desk, I do have my crochet cart, but the point of this being on wheels is so I can wheel it over to the couch when I'm crocheting over there, or keep it over here when I'm crocheting at the desk. So just for the purposes of this video, it is over here at the desk, but at any given point, it could be at any side of the room. On the side of this yarn wall that you just saw with the little decorations and everything on the top, I do have my trash can and my step ladder because the fans in this room and some of the yarn up at the top is a little bit difficult for me to reach. So I have this, and then of course a trash can is just needed. Now just for perspective, this is the desk again, which is in the center of the room, and this is where the TV is mounted and everything. So I'm now going to be showing you to the left of all of that. Which over here, I have my whiteboard up on the wall now, and I do have 10 days till market written on there because currently as I'm filming this, it is 10 days until my next market. And then I have my mini fridge, which I have sodas and waters in here. And we have my little snack cart as well, which has lots of snacks of course, and the drinks on the bottom to refill inside the fridge. And then over here a little bit you can see that I do have a big polyfill box over here, again because I use polyfill all the time. But now we're going to circle around to the left again, and this area is pretty much just an area that I'm using for storage. So I have these pink bags lined up, I have them organized for items that need price tags, items that don't need price tags, and then items that I've crocheted this month so far for filming everything I crocheted in September at the end of the month, of course. And then I do also just have some tripods and equipment stored in that spot of the room as well. Now you can also see the edge of the couch here. I do have my nice rug, and I have Bruno's bed up here because Bruno is also going to spend lots of time up here. So his bed and his bone are right here. And then you can see the side of the couch here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you around now to where you can see the full couch and the yarn wall. So here is the full couch, which I have my sunflower pillow here that I crocheted over a year ago now. And I do want to crochet some more flower pillows for this room, so I might do a video on that, we'll see. And then I do also have my minion blanket, which is kind of funny, but it's the longest blanket I own, and it's really soft and cozy, so I still use it even though it's minions. And then I do have my blanket back here that is crocheted by my grandma, because I think subconsciously whenever I started my business, I made the branding the pink and white colors that you're seeing all over this room because of this blanket. I didn't realize it until like a year or two into business, but I think subconsciously I did use this blanket as my branding colors. So whenever I had an actual couch to display it on, of course I decided that it needed to be back here. So that is the couch, which I'm now going to angle you up so you can see the yarn wall better. So here is the yarn wall, which I have my custom KDB Creative sign here, and I love how it turned out. Seriously, it is so cool. I will say the Etsy shop that I bought it from was a little sketchy, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. So I'd say maybe do your research and find a better shop to purchase from. I do love how it turned out, but just the way it worked with purchasing it and everything, and saying that it was going to ship from New York and then it actually came from like Dubai or something, was all kinds of weird. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend the company, but what I will do is do some research on a better company to buy neon signs from, and that's what I'll have linked in the Google Doc for you guys, because yeah, as pretty as this is, I don't really recommend the shop I bought it from, unfortunately. But anyways, I do have my yarn shelves back here, and I have them nicely organized to be Burnett and blanket yarns in general in this shelf and this shelf. And then this whole shelf is Parfait Chunky, as well as chenille bloom yarn. And then up in this one we have velvets all the way down to here, and then just some bigger, thicker, like jumbo 7 yarns. So yeah, that is the organization for this wall, and I love how this turned out. This is seriously my favorite part of the room. Alright, now we're going to shift to the left again. And for this part of the room, we do have this table. I got it from Old Time Pottery a long time ago, and in preparation for this video, I was trying to look up and see if they still had this table available, and they do not, unfortunately, and I couldn't even find anything similar, like at all. So this is probably one thing that unfortunately you guys won't see in the Google Doc, because I don't have anything similar that I could find online. But this is a really cool table, and it has a drawer and everything that I have been keeping remotes in. Like, this is the remote for the AC, and technically I should have put these remotes in here as well, the TV remote and the remote for the neon sign, just as kind of a drawer to where I know where all my remotes are. And then I also have this light here, which is an aught light, and it is very bright so that I can see what I'm crocheting easily. And yeah, I also have just a power cord here and everything so that I can plug up tripods and lighting sources and all those things. So next, of course, is this chair, which I built in the Yarn Room series, and I love this chair. I will say, now that I have the couch, I end up sitting on the couch, and not on this chair, but I do still love this chair. And it's nice for if you want to have your legs out, of course. I am pretty much keeping it in this spot to where it's out, but it can be pushed in as well to just be a regular chair without this piece. But I love it, and again, for the pink color, it doesn't 100% match the pink on the walls and everything, but I still really like it. So that is this part of the room. And then the last part that I have to share with you guys is the cube shelves that you can kind of see a little bit in this clip. So I will go ahead and angle the camera to where you can see that better. So here is the cube shelves, which is hard to get all of it on camera. So I am going to take some footage after this of the whole room and an overview that you guys are going to see after this. So don't worry if there's something that you didn't catch or I didn't show that well in this portion of the video. I am going to have a full overview. So anyways though, I have my yarn skeins here that I have already started using, and because of that they don't look as pretty. So we have blanket yarn from here down, and then we also have Chenille Home Slim and Sweet Snuggles Light. We have Velvets, Perfect Chunky, and then towards the end of the cubes, which you can't really see very well, but towards the end I do have some other weird skeins like Ogos and caked yarns that just didn't fit with the yarn wall or anywhere else. So yeah, that is these cubes, which I did have these at the old house. These were what my yarn wall was at the old house. And if you'll notice here, I do have some sentimental projects. So this one, Guinea Pig, I made when Lauren SB sent me her newest book. So that was super awesome. And I just have this as a little sentimental project over here, as well as my first ever draft that I crocheted, and first everything that I crocheted in general is over here. And then we have a draft that I recreated 2 or 3 years after that. And then we have just a little birthday cake that I made on my birthday one year as like my little sentimental project corner. And then we have pattern books all along here. And the last part of the room is just this end of these storage cubes. So you can see I still have more pattern books and everything here. And here is my Natalie shrine, is what I'm calling it. If you guys know Natalie from Natalie Crochets, which if you don't, definitely check her out here on YouTube. But she's one of my best friends, as I think most of you know. So this is my Natalie shrine. When we've done yarn swaps and just sent each other gifts and stuff in the past, we have sent each other stuff that we have crocheted for one another. So I have this stingray, this heart, this little frog that she crocheted me, all that were sent to me in yarn swaps and as gifts and stuff. And then this little blue dragon was made by me, but it was for a collab video where Natalie picked what I was crocheting and I picked what she was crocheting. So I have this in the Natalie shrine as well. And then the most recent addition that I actually just got in the mail today, so it was perfect timing that I was planning to film this room tour, is this little crochet fish in a fish tank, which you can get off of her Etsy, and it is so, so cute. It comes with the sand, pebbles, and everything to go at the bottom of the fish tank, and it's perfect for up here in the yarn room where I don't really want a living fish or anything, but have a cute little fish tank anyways. So that is officially the last part of the room. So now I'm just going to share with you some footage of nice slow-mo B-roll of how the room looks. Maybe not slow-mo, I don't know, but anyways, some B-roll footage. Alright you guys, so here I am for the outro of this room tour, and this is the filming setup that you guys are going to see me in from now on. So I am so excited to share videos with you that are now going to be in front of this gorgeous yarn wall, if I do say so myself. And in general, I'm just so excited about this yarn room. And just so you guys know, you're seeing this video on Friday, of course, if you're watching it the day it came out. But this video is coming out on Friday, and on Sunday, which is September 10th, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will have a YouTube live in this room. It'll be my first live in this room, and I am so excited for it. It's going to be so special. It's going to be a little celebration of the fact that this room is complete. So if you want to join me for that, we're going to be doing some crocheting, and in general it's just going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you mark your calendars for that if you want to join me for it. Now, a little sappy moment. I do seriously want to say thank you guys so much, because everything in this yarn room I purchased, and I was able to purchase it because you guys watch my videos and because of my business in general. So seriously, every single one of you being here means the world to me, and I would not be here without you. So thank you very much. And I also want to give a big shout out to my parents. I might get emotional, I'm gonna try not to, but this yarn room is seriously a dream come true. And not only is it because of you guys, but it's also because of my parents and how hard they've worked their whole lives to support my sister and I. And I have this room because this is in our house, our new house, that they are paying for. So of course I have to say that too, because yes, I was able to furnish this room and everything because of you guys, but I have this room and live in this house in general because of my parents. So huge shout out to them, and I know they're watching, so love you guys. But anyways, with that out of the way, that is all for this video and this series. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you are excited to see all of the future videos that will be filmed in this room. I already have been doing a ton of crocheting and filming in this room, so I'm excited to share those with you guys coming up soon. Now if you guys want to make sure you don't miss out on any of those future videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell. That way you know every single time I upload a brand new video. And if you did enjoy this video, of course give it a like and comment down below what your favorite part of this yarn room is. I would love to hear that. My personal favorite is what you're seeing right here. I love this couch and this wall and this sign and the pink, like everything on this side of the room is my favorite, but I love all of it, of course. But anyways, if you guys do want to see more from me, of course you can check out more videos of mine, my blog, my Etsy shop, my Ribbler shop, all of my social medias, my second channel. All of that is always included in the description box of every single video for you guys. As well as for today's video, of course, you can find that Google Doc linked below that has the links for almost every single thing that is in this room. Of course, there's some things that we got a really long time ago that I don't know where they came from. So I have like similar things linked if I can find similar things, but if not, then unfortunately there's just no links for it. But almost everything you see in this room I did purchase recently, and most of it came from Amazon or online in general, so I will have links for all of that stuff. So again, all of that is on that one Google Doc. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys here in the next one. Goodbye!